And now we go to Beirut with Mireille Feghaly, who's editor-in-chief of the Lebanese news platform Lebanon On. Thank you very much for being here with us. Welcome to the program. So as the Thomas Barak is holding these talks with the Israeli Prime Minister and their team, how might Barak's meetings, how might these meetings, do you think, have any influence? Do you think they will have any influence on Israel's willingness to reduce military operations in Lebanon?
Actually, the ball is in Israel's court because the Lebanese government has taken a decision to disarm Hezbollah politically and diplomatically, but on the military level, Hezbollah, up till now, since the war has stopped in Beit Shubrin, have complied with the ceasefire agreement, and so the ball is in Israel's court. Will Thomas Barak stop the military operations? Actually, every day we have strikes and we have military operations and escalations. And so this is up to America's influence on Israel, because it has actually a couple of things that have to do with their decision, either internally or other things that have to do with Hezbollah.
And given Hezbollah's outright rejection of disarmament, what strategies could the Lebanese government employ to disarm them and avoiding some kind of civil war or escalating internal tensions?
Yes, today actually the risks are high, yes, and the Lebanese tension is high. We have some religious groups, presidents. There is a huge dispute over the disarmament and internationally, and so this shows that there are risks, but the actual strategy and the only strategy which is the thing to block this is convincing Hezbollah to disarm, and this thing actually has lots of obstacles facing it. Which is how Hezbollah will take this, with the fear that Hezbollah has and with the Shia group. And so, meaning that Hezbollah today, they're saying, even if we decide to give away our arms, we can't, we need a longer period, not 6 months, not up till the end of this year. And so, negotiations is the only strategy that Lebanon can implement to prevent the civil war.
And do you think that Israel will commit to withdrawing from its current positions in southern Lebanon and even halt those airstrikes?
Practically everyone knows what Israel is and what they want, so it is very hard for them to just comply, withdraw, or give up the areas that they have, because today Netanyahu is talking about Israel being an obstacle in Lebanon's way to disarm Hezbollah, and so they won't comply to or withdraw unless there is a huge U.S. pressure from the U.S. side.
So that being said, how important is the US-mediated dialogue that's happening between Israeli and Lebanese officials?
USA mediation is the most important, even though Israel's it is the biggest support, and they are providing them with everything that they need, but they also America also has stability in Lebanon, and so this is very important. The USA's role is very important to mediate between Lebanon and Israel, either to reach a ceasefire or to stop the military operations, or to having negotiations to lead to peace.
And looking at the internal politics of Israel, how might those particular very hardline players in the Israeli government come between what the US has asked of Israel and what they can achieve?
The relationship is very complicated between USA and Israel. we hope that the USA will be able to pressure Israel to comply to the ceasefire and stop the military operations and withdraw from the 5 areas and the 5 points. But again, the relationship is very complicated. We don't know how long Israel can listen to the USA and be pressured, because sometimes they have different point of views, and so we hope that Israel will commit to the withdrawing and to the ceasefire. But there are always internal talks going on internally in Israel, so it is a complex things that can solve this.
And are there particular strategies, diplomatic strategies, that the Lebanese government could employ to try and balance the pressures that are coming at them from the United States and from Israel to try and maintain some kind of internal political cohesion?
Hezbollah are very clear on where they stand about them not giving away their arms, and they are escalating this, but it is not the only one escalating. They also have other groups, and this is and the relationship between Iran and Hezbollah is not a secret. But if the Iranian escalation keeps on going and the escalation from Hezbollah's side also, there are diplomatic efforts that Lebanon can have against USA and Iran and other countries, Arab countries too, that are very engaged in the Lebanese affairs. And so again, I'm saying negotiations are a very crucial part. Today, the Lebanese military with Hezbollah, they have negotiations. There are negotiations between the two sides. They have and this will lead to say having the same point of view, but still we have risks either on the Lebanese military level, and we have seen over the years and in history the Lebanese military dividing in the event of any war. But yes, today we don't have the same things that contributed to this division, but still there is a risk, so negotiations are very crucial.
Now, Israel has reportedly proposed a demilitarized industrial buffer zone on the Lebanese border. Do you think this is something that could happen, and how might it affect the security dynamics between the two countries?
The economic projects with the Trump's administration, they are practical, and we will see how far they can be applied. Hezbollah are rejecting any projects on the borders, but rest of the Lebanese think that any progress is very important for the Lebanese people. And so yes, economy is what takes control in the countries. And today we are talking about an Arab support from Qatar and Saudi Arabia to have this project. And so any economic project, it imposes some kind of stability and positive outcomes internally in Lebanon. But it is very, very complicated, because internally in Lebanon there is a reduction process, because they think that they are selling some, in a way, a part of Lebanon. And so even if Hezbollah or the Lebanese accept this proposal, it will not have the support, especially of Hezbollah.
Now, when I've spoken to Lebanese politicians, they tell me that this idea to have Hezbollah disarm is the will of the Lebanese people. But are there particular steps that the Lebanese government is taking try and make sure that public consensus holds, and to keep that kind of political legitimacy for the disarmament plan?
Yes, there are many steps the Lebanese government needs to take to reassure them. Israel staying in the 5 points in the Lebanese land, this is very risky, it is very bad for Lebanon, and practically this this is a very big risk and a very big threat to the Lebanese people. Israel not complying up till now to stop their strikes, their military operations, This is a direct threat to the Lebanese people, and they are worried about disarming Hezbollah, in addition to the risks that we hear about the eastern borders. And so Lebanon government need to take lots of steps to assure the people in the east or in the south. They need to arm the military, the Lebanese military, and we need money for this, obviously, to stop the strikes. And and yes, they haven't left Lebanon since 2019. So this is a further threat, and we also can have lots of conferences to arm the Lebanese military to make sure the borders are safe and to ensure their safety. And so this gives the Lebanese people lots of guarantees, and will have them more keen to have Hezbollah get disarmed, and this will also reassure Hezbollah to disarm, because Lebanon is protected, so the risks are high, not only from the southern borders but also from the eastern ones, and the challenges for Lebanon are very strong, and they need a capable military, and that military needs support. They need military support. They need arms.
And do you trust the Trump administration and the U.S. envoy Tom Barrack to broker a deal that's beneficial to Lebanon?
There are no other options, basically. There is only the U.S. mediation with Israel. This is the only thing that can have a difference. And so we have to trust the U.S. envoy, not because USA is an ally of Lebanon. They are Israel's allies. They only act on Israel's benefits and in their favor, but we have some diplomatic and political cards that we can play them with, and we don't have lots of options. We can just work hand in hand with the U.S. envoy, which is what's happening. And we also need, let's not forget that there are pressures on USA and on the Lebanese politicians, and we have to give in to these pressures, because we don't have lots of options with the pressure that's happening, with the economic pressure and the political pressure as well. And so this has a great risk on Lebanon. So yeah, to be realistic, we don't have lots of options.
Well, thank you very much, Ms. Feghaly, who is the editor-in-chief for the Lebanese news platform Lebanon On. Thank you very much for joining us here on Q News.